Hello, dear friends. Fright doesn't mean fear in this case, but a sudden impression of amazement caused by the surprise or wonder of something unexpected, strange, or incomprehensible. Opinion piece. Surprise factor. A scare event. Ray of hope. Domino effect. Economy in suspense. Rumors left and right. Swimming among sharks. Let's start. And there is hope on the horizon with the prospect of a scary event. There is a growing consensus among the intelligence community that a major global event would be on the horizon. This impending transformation, which some have called a black swan event or near death civilization event, would have the potential to cause a price on a scale never seen before, according to the Operation Disclosure Intelligence Alert. By their very nature, black swan events are difficult to predict and often come as a surprise to those affected. This term was popularized by finance professor, written, writer, and former Wall Street stockbroker Nassim Nicholas Taleb and refers to a very rare and unpredictable event that has profound consequences. Let's not forget that the surprise factor is a very powerful tool in marketing and business. It is about surprising customers in plural, with small, unexpected, unique, and different details beyond the basic product or service that generate positive emotions and a lasting impression. It is a strategy to create emotional connections, differenti- differentiate yourself, and generate loyalty. If not implemented, competition could gain ground. Wild party. Similarly, a scare event refers to a series of catastrophic events that would threaten the very existence of civilization as we know it. This could include a global holiday or any other disaster that had the potential to cause cancer. Tension between the great powers is rising, and any of these factors, or a combination of them, could trigger such an event. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, there is a ray of hope. According to some sources, the imminent global crisis would eventually cause the activation of the emergency alert system, which would play a documentary type film that would reveal corruption. This would be a wake up call to the people of the world, revealing the truth about the forces that have controlled them for so long. Economic reform. Upon activation of the system, something truly extraordinary would happen. A far reaching economic reform package would be announced, and its implementation would have a profound impact on the lives of human beings around the world. There is much talk of a jubilee that would eliminate all outstanding debt on credit cards, mortgages, and other financial obligations, allowing millions of debt ridden citizens to start anew. At the same time, the elimination of the income tax would free up resources for people and companies to invest in growth and prosperity. There is also a talk that hidden technologies, which have been withheld for more than 70 years, would finally be revealed, leading to advances in fields such as renewable energy, agriculture, and transportation. This path would not be without challenges, because there would be resistance from those with a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. But as the truth is revealed, the tide of public opinion is likely to swing in favor of these wide ranging reforms. This has the potential to transform our world and create a brighter, more prosperous future for all. While we cannot predict the exact nature or timing of these events, we can prepare by staying informed and participating in the political and economic issues that affect us all. Together, we can build a better world for ourselves and future generations. Mirror Project or Looking Glass Project. There is possibility that the coalition has access to a top secret technology known as the Looking Glass Project. It is said that this technology would have the ability to see the future using a combination of collected quantum data, modeled by a quantum computer, artificial intelligence, and advanced visualization techniques to create a virtual model of possible future events. The ultimate goal would be to transform our world into a space utopia. The coalition is a group of organizations working together for the betterment of humankind and would have the ability to lead our civilization into an era of prosperity, rapid technological advances, and open contact with other worldly beings. Recently, publications have appeared claiming that the Looking Glass project predicts future scenarios. If we believe that the coalition can predict the future, then we must also accept that all current events would be happening for some reason, whether malicious or benevolent. These high tension events keep the global economy in suspense and force countries to adapt and change to the current political and economic weather. Once the global economy changes, the domino effect could lead to significant changes in other areas. If the coalition has access to that technology, it could mean monumental changes for humankind. But it is important to remember that the future is always in our hands, and we have the power to shape it as we see fit. Just because something is predicted doesn't mean it is unavoidable. Predictions are based on data and models, and the future is always subject to change. Free will and individual actions can always alter the course of events. Report. Puffness said, there has been some underground movement and the banks involved are doing everything they can to try to hold on what they can. The ground is moving under your feet. Stop and pay attention. Listen to yourself. Check the news every morning and try not to be part of the problem. With big change comes a lot of chaos and confusion. Leave it there. The best is yet to come. Cheer up. The world could face large-scale food wars in the future, according to the British edition of the Financial Times. Trade barriers imposed by countries to increase domestic supply increase food inflation. Geopolitical uncertainty also contributes to the introduction of non-tariff barriers, which affect supply. As a result, consumers around the world are facing a cost of living crisis. In the future, a fight for basic resources is expected: food and drinking water. Economy. Oil falls after reaching 2 months highs. The Chinese manufacturing sector had its highest growth in 3 years. Air cargo transportation in the world increases almost 15% year on year in May. Saudi Arabia announces the discovery of new natural gas and oil deposits. Japan will launch new banknotes on July 3rd. Many countries are doing this. It would be a way to restart the system. Russia. The World Bank upgrades Russia from upper middle income to high income. Trump would consider stopping NATO expansion and negotiating with Putin if he is re-elected. Russia manages to obtain a fuse from ATACMS missile in perfect condition. Belarus put its forces on alert due to Ukraine's activity on the border. Belarus will not get involved in any war, says Lukashenko. Europe. The Netherlands authorizes the shipment of 24 F-16 fighters to Ukraine. Orban asks Zelensky in Kiev to consider the possibility of a ceasefire. Eurozone inflation slows to 2.5% in June and hopes of a rate cut by the ECB in Greece. France. Hotel occupancy in Paris is plummeting and business owners are worried about it. Air France declares losses of up to 180 million euros due to the Paris Olympic Games. Le Pen's path to power in the French electoral chess is narrowing. More than 200 candidates resigned from the elections in France to try to prevent Le Pen from obtaining an absolute majority. Spain. Uber launches private jet rentals in Spain this summer. Spain grows 3 times as much as the Eurozone due to the unexpected boost in productivity and investment. The summer starts with a new employment record after adding 71,095 members in June. Unemployment falls to 2.6 million in Spain, the lowest figure since June 2008. CEPSA joins forces with the owner of Lidl to create biomethane plants in Spain. The Spanish government will give direct aid without competition to strategic sectors to prevent the flight of companies. The government approves more than 40,000 public positions, the largest job offer in history. Spanish court granted amnesty to 46 police officers prosecuted on charges related to the 2017 referendum. The housing crisis is overflowing in the Balearic archipelago with rooms costing €1,000. More than 500 rental apartments for €600. This will be the first smart city in Spain with cheap housing. It is located in Malaga and the first apartments will be available in 2026. Americas. AMLO questions the seriousness of the Wall Street Journal after criticism against him. AMLO defends Mexican sovereignty. We do not accept recipes from abroad, he said. Beryl is moving towards Jamaica as a powerful Category 4 hurricane. Puerto Rico is warned of dangerous maritime conditions due to Hurricane Beryl. José Raúl Mulino is sworn in as president of Panama for 5 years. Argentina's bonds fall while the country's risk rises and the exchange rate gap widens. China becomes the main buyer of Chilean food in the world. Brazil seeks to reach Peruvian ports and Chileans through routes of Bolivia. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.